Hi everyone, welcome back to Form Therapy. My name is Cheog PD, and today I am going to be reacting to Stray Kids' Divine, aka 신선 노름? 잠깐만. What does that mean? 신선 노름. With the Korean I know, this might not. 신선 노름 might be a word that I might just not be familiar with, or they're making something up. 신선 is something that's refreshing. It's fresh. Oh, 신선하다. Oh, that feels very fresh. 노름 is play, and it can apply to like various things, but like it's a type of play. So it's a fresh play. Okay, that's a very strange title in Korean, and then it's called divine. So I'm just like, am I missing something? Is this one of those Korean words where when you translate it literally, it's different from what the compound word is? Who knows? We'll find out. Let's go ahead and check out the Divine music video.
All we need is love, dreams, and stray kids.
Whoa, what a start. Wow, Sungmin, okay.
What should I do? Just do what I wanna do. 그렇게 쏘아 올린 곡 뚜뚜뚜 무대 위에 거인 우리 가리키는
나 뚜뚜뚜 mention.
범상치 않은 시선들 내 출두 yeah, fresh on my shoe yeah, back on your culture yeah, 예술로 접쇼 주위에 없다 더 삐딱한 리듬에 맞춰
만든 masterpiece. If you want more, follow me. 너를 닦아인 a piece. Vibing, we put the world.
We make it right, we make it right. Watch it go pop. We make it right, we make it right. 여기 덕쿵 달아라. 여기 덕쿵 달아라. 여기 덕쿵 달아라. We make it right, we make it right. Fall out from the real world. 이젠 지구도 모자라 승천의 하늘로. 신통방통한 요술을 부리는 내 맛으로 모두 놀래키고 지금 나의 세계의 법도 다르지 우리 선도 흐린 정도 몰라 우리는 모습의 범도 지를 겁먹고 공문이 뒤로 숨겨 little 통쾌를 다시 절세해줄게 선도
너면 만든 masterpiece. If you want more, follow me. 너를 닦아인 a piece. We vibing, we put the world.
you pop. We make it right, we make it right. Watch it go pop. We make it right, we make it right. 여기 덕쿵 달아라. 여기 덕쿵 달아라. 여기 덕쿵 달아라. We make it right, we make it right. 구름이는 철갑보다 단단해 감히 판단해 봤자 모를 때다 풍수질 이상 내 앞길 창창해 높이 활활해 시선에 노름에 껴든져 I do not play it Let it show you how we play it 동기 덕쿵 달아라 동기 덕쿵 달아라 동기 덕쿵 달아라 We make it right, we make it right 동기 덕쿵 달아라 동기 덕쿵 달아라 동기 덕쿵 달아라 We make it right 잘 나왔다.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm such a fan. Oh, I'm such a fan. I don't know about the song. I don't know about the longevity of the song. I do love the song. I just find myself listening to things that are more pop driven. So I don't know about the longevity of the song for me in particular, but I do love a heavy hip hop bass. And ooh, wow, that is so much fun. But what I am obsessed with was the concept. I love a good just 사극 concept. 사극 being historical Korean concepts, but here they go with a little bit more of a fabled direction. Yeah, they're playing in sort of like a historical setting, but they're also going to like just like this is like old Joseon, like thousands of years ago, sort of a feeling of just like getting into like kind of like the myths and stuff. I don't know if they're touching on any particular myths. I mean, I grew up, even though I was born in Korea, I grew up mostly in the States. And so other than like a few Korean fables, like I don't really know a lot of Korean fables and stuff. So if there's anything in particular being referenced, I'm not sure. But of course, I do see an overlap and of concepts from that era, like what the Korean assassins and like Korean warriors back then used to look like, how they used to dress. They're playing around with a lot of like typical 사극 stuff, like playing either in like the palace room where the king is, or using I actually don't know the Korean word for this. I think in English it's like a palanquin or something. It was like a carriage sort of that the royals would sit in back in the day, and people would sort of like carry it. They were playing around in that. But the biggest thing is there seems to be some kind of like a mythic fable going on with this dragon, and I'm not too familiar with dragons in Korean mythology. At least, again, like I have very little exposure to Korean mythology, but the exposure that I do have, I've actually never really heard references to dragons. Goblins and spirits and ghosts, stuff like that for sure. Tigers, but dragons, no. But it looks like they're kind of facing some kind of giant mythic adversary in this, and they're trying to maybe lock him up, keep him caged, and then at the end he's sort of released. But very cool. I also noted the chant for the chorus. Da-na-na-na-na-na. What were the lyrics for that? 덩기덕 쿵 더러러. Yeah, it might be a bunch of made up words of old Korean words that they're creating a chant of, or this is actual old Korean words and this put together and it actually does mean something. I'm not from that era, so I am not going to understand or know what that means. But let me see. I'll look this up and let me see what it means. Interesting. So there is a little bit of like a similarity, but slight difference to another K-pop song that had made up lyrics from from older Korean words. 17's God of Music, yeah, 쿵치 팍치. It was just to emulate a Korean chant, but it didn't actually mean anything. 덩기덕 쿵 더러러 is also kind of like that, where it does not necessarily mean anything in particular, but it's more so what it represents. The 덩기덕 쿵 더러러 is an onomatopoeia of the Korean 장구, which is the base rhythmic pattern of Korean folk music. That is really cool. I looked up the rhythmic pattern part. I know what a 장구 is. A 장구 is, there are some iconic drums in Korea, like the nanta and the 장구. The 장구 is like a smaller drum where it's on its side, and it's got like two sides that you can hit. And that is like the bass. The 덩기덕 쿵 더러러 is an onomatopoeia representing the bass sound that drum makes in a certain measure. So that is really cool. I love how not just the music video is set dressing within a traditional Korean landscape, but so is the sound, so is the song. Something I really appreciate about Stray Kids is their homage to Korean culture and Korean roots. Mind you, I think some of my least favorite Stray Kids songs are the ones that kind of venture a little far from the plot. Things like Chick Chick Boom, it's cool, and I listened to Do It, but I didn't do a reaction for Do It because it just didn't move me. It was cool, like the music video was cool, but the song didn't quite move me. This moved me. This moved me as much as Walking on Water. I think especially for me as a Korean American, I grew up, as I said before, I grew up largely in America. I grew up in Los Angeles in the 90s. So I grew up in the heights of hip hop culture during West Coast hip hop culture. So a lot of my roots are in that. But I also listened to a lot of K-pop growing up. I stuck with it, you know, like my parents would always listen to stuff from the homeland. We had Channel 18 where we watched the Korean channel. And so that's where I got a lot of my Korean osmosis as well. The combination of Korean traditionalism and Korean history concepts mixed with a hip hop concept is one, like right on my alley, not just one right on my alley, but two, an insanely refreshing and I think cool contrasting concept. Like the way that you have something like hip hop, which is at least compared to like, you know, hip hop has been around for a while, but at least comparatively to like Korean Haguk history, it's more modern. Comparing like a mishmashing a modern sound like that, hip hop, with a little bit more of a traditional concept is a wild and refreshing and really cool thing to do. So I really, really love that. I also have like I have a very special place in my heart for Korean movies that had like superhero elements or like mythic elements rooted in some sort of traditionalism, some sort of Korean history. I'm forgetting. There was a movie with I think Wonbin. I forget what that was. There's this one of my favorite Korean movies of all time is called. I think in English it's called Arahan, but in Korean it's called Changpun Daejakjeon, and it's a modern movie, but it's about like Korean airbenders, and it's like rooted in like Korean fables and Korean history. And I love concepts like that. I love I love just like superhero shit. I grew up on American comic books and stuff like that, but I have always also really loved like Korean fables. I've always loved things like in Korean fables. There's, I guess, most famous that I know would be like Hong Gil-dong. He was like the Korean Robin Hood, and then Sonogong, which is just like basically the Korean translation of Journey to the West. And just so yeah, it's just really, I don't know. It's really, really cool, and it's really right up my alley. And out of all the K-pop groups out there, I love that Stray Kids has now doubled down on this twice. Not just for Walking on Water, but now also for Divine. It's very, very cool. You know, some K-pop groups do a traditional Korean concept, but they do it for like one comeback, and it's not like a consistent thing. BTS had Idol, ONEUS had Lit, and I love this one as well. Let's go ahead and check out the music video and song just one more time.
All we need is love, dreams, and Stray Kids.
Oh my god, Sumin's opening vocals sounds so triumphant and victorious here. And are they following him, or is he following them? Because this is like a march. This is like a march. Like it looks like a royal escort. Also, Wow. This is some old shit where they're like old like masters could like walk on air. Oh wow. I haven't seen that since like old Chinese kung fu movies. Wow. I love the way he incorporated the dude. Even the fashion mishmash. This is something I like to do a lot. Is like wear beads as necklaces, but then wear something that contrasts it. So something more like modern set of glasses. Oh, that's cool. Wow, this giant set. Kind of reminds me, especially with this set, reminds me a little bit of the Not Today set from BTS. So the dudes in black, I assume, are the bad guys. Stray Kids is fighting them. Ah, there's a chango right there. Yeah, so those are the drums that they're, you guys might see. Oh no, that was the traditional Korean guitar that is playing in front of Lino, or behind Lino. That right there is a chango right there. That's not. Let me hear that again. I think they're more like 90s. They sound more like 90s synths, but there's like a instrument, and then it's showing the shots of that's a traditional Korean guitar. It's called a kayagum. I have not heard enough kayagums in my life, or at least regularly. I've heard like the kayagum several times in my life, but like not regularly and consistently enough to know the full range and capabilities of like, is that a kayagum that's like just been like modulated, or is that just like an electronic element and they're just matching that in the music video to that shot? I don't know. But oh, this is so cool. I want to watch a Korean war movie now. Korean war movies are cool. Yeah, and it's like this is where like the fabled sort of aspect comes in. Like their weapon is like a giant fan, like this oversized fan. The way they like appear into the air. It's cool. Also, the balance concept of yin and yang, also rooted in both Korean and Chinese and Japanese culture. So it's a part of the aesthetic of like of Hyunjin's outfit aesthetic, the white and black balance.
If you want more, follow me. Go to Dhaka in a piece. Vibing with the world.
So that thing that Lino and IN were sitting in, that's like where the royal escorts would sit in. Not royal escorts. When the royals are being escorted, that's what they would sit in. I love that outfit. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, this is how a lot of old Korean royals, not even just royals, but just like it's like a traditional Korean aesthetic right here. Even down to the veil. That's so cool. There's a lot of cool shit in Korean history and Korean Korean history aesthetic as well that can be pulled from. That's so cool. Oh. Like this just straight sounds like a 90s song. We make it right, we make it right.
We make it right.
That's a very common look too. The clouds and the light coming through the clouds. When you have like this kind of aesthetic, it creates what looks a little bit more like a very mythic shot. You'll see this a lot in like, I think, Zack Snyder movies where like you have a lot of storm clouds, but then the sun peeking through anyways. It creates like a really cool contrast. That outfit too. Wow. That is a Joseon outfit if I've ever seen one. Joseon being the name of Korea before Korea became the Republic of Korea after the war. Wow. I love the use of the Korean painting aesthetic, Korean right here that you see with like the art style, like whether it's the mountains or the brush strokes. It's all a part of like old Korean art aesthetic. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't know. I think as a Korean American, it hits on such a deep level. Like I love the love, not just for Korean history, but the thing that I think is very not touched upon a lot is like the cool shit in like Korean mythic fables. And so I feel like they created something really, really cool. And not only do I love it and I'm proud of it, but it's very 자랑스러워. What the fuck is that in English? It's like, it's very really like, it's like a pride that I want to brag about of like, look what they did for Korean culture. Like, it's so fucking cool. And they did it twice. And like, I feel like this one feels like way more of a double down than Walking on Water. Walking on Water was the true culture clash of like modern aesthetic, modern street culture with the Korean traditionalism. Here we got a little bit more fabled. We got a little bit more mythic. And I think it just, especially within the year of K-pop Demon Hunters, that's also why I loved K-pop Demon Hunters. I loved reacting to that movie because it was rooted in Korean traditionalism and the idea of it starting with Korean shamans and through music. Music has been such an important part of Korean culture for such a long time, like the Changu drums or the kayagum and stuff like that. Music sometimes even in some fables being a weapon. And so that's why I really loved K-pop Demon Hunters. And so within that year to release this as well, it feels like, ooh, so much love for the Korean culture. I'm loving it. All right, with that in mind, that is Divine. 신선 노름. A divine play, I guess is what they're calling it. I don't know if 신선 necessarily means divine in Korean. Because again, I know Shinson is like refreshing, like, oh, Shinson, but maybe it means divine as well. But then it means divine play. Like this is their divine play. With that in mind, thank you for tuning into my reaction. If you enjoyed it, well, consider joining us on Patreon. This month in particular, I'm going to be checking out some award shows. I know Stray Kids performed at KGMAs. I'm reacting to the KGMAs. And we also have a lot of fun December events in store for you. So if you're a multi-stan, especially, come check out our calendar, see if anything interests you. Of course, you don't have to support the channel monetarily. If you enjoyed this, just let me know by hitting the like button down below. Leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the music video, who really stood out to you. For me, I still can't get over Seungmin's opening. It was kind of my favorite bit. His vocals were on point, on lock, and it just felt victorious. And yeah, let me know your favorite parts. If you want to subscribe, I'll have a button for you right here. If you want to check out my other videos up here. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you later. Bye, guys.